What's going on, guys? Failed to listen. Welcome back to more of Failed's Thoughts. And in this video, I want to give my take on something, and I want to give my opinion. I'm not, going to sit here and say that this is like a prediction or I'm going to guarantee anything, but it's what I see happening. And I think a lot of times there's a lot of ignorance from many console gamers that don't bother to do research. They just kind of go off of hearsay or, read an article on Dogshit N4G or something like that, and they'll say PC gamers just pirate games. They don't buy games. Why should Microsoft give them some of these once Xbox exclusives? I mean, look at the sales numbers, so on and so forth. You guys know how a lot of these discussions start. And we don't actually know what some of the numbers are for games like Gears of War 4 or Forza Horizon 3 or, stuff like that. I think Halo Wars 2 just came out or is about to come out. So there's stuff like that. I think Killer Instinct, that's free, if I'm not mistaken. Someone can correct. I don't know the exact numbers for some of these games, but I do feel like they're probably very low. If I had to guess, even something like Gears of War 4, probably 50,000 or less on the Microsoft Store, and I think that's the problem, and that's what people don't understand, and that's what a lot of these companies don't understand, because like a lot of other companies, right? That's just the reality of it. Like a lot of other companies, Microsoft just sees the numbers. They're looking at the bottom line and saying, man, we tried, we put some of these once Xbox exclusives on PC, and these guys didn't give a shit. Look at these numbers. They're very poor. A lot of these guys probably tried to pirate these games, but they don't understand. We get why they do it, right? They want 100% of that return. Like, they don't want to have to give Valve or EA any percentage of that money. I understand that, but that is the reality. Even PC gamers that I talk to, and we're pretty good friends, will tell you that Steam's great and all. I love Steam. Having most of my games all in one spot is really nice, but it needs more competition. It feels like a monopoly sometimes, even though stuff like Origin and Uplay are pretty decent. Even Origin, I would say, is actually pretty good now. I'm not too crazy about the interface they introduced, like whatever that was 3 or 4 months ago or whatever, but it's decent competition. But let's be honest, Steam is king, and if you put like a Gears of War or a Halo or a Forza Horizon on Steam, they're gonna make an extra effort to advertise those games. Sometimes you just log into Steam, and some of these games I haven't even heard of, but a lot of them I have, and you'll get like a prompt that'll say, now available or coming soon, and you can pre-order this and get such and such percentage off, or maybe even a loyalty discount because you own most of, if not all, the other games in the series or something. They'll do that. Like, they'll really put some of these games out there, and sometimes you have interest in them. A lot of times you don't, but like stuff like that's not gonna happen. You're not gonna go on Windows 10 and sign in, or however you get on your PC, and get a prompt that says, please buy Gears of War 4 and Forza Horizon 3 now. Like, that's not gonna happen, right? You have to go on their store, and most people don't want to bother. A lot of PC gamers that have bothered hate their store, and I would probably be one of those people. Hate's a pretty strong word, but there's a lot of disgust. I dislike it a lot, you know what I mean? So there's not really a lot there. There's not a lot of incentive. There's really, again, there's little to no advertising for some of these games to get you to go on to the store or something. But I think if you did log into Windows and get some advertisement for some of these games, a lot of PC gamers would probably find that annoying. But it's just any number of things. And like I said, I think the biggest thing is that they want it exclusive to their store. And in my opinion, to wrap up this video, to just finish what it is that I was getting at, I think, this whole Xbox Play Anywhere with some of these games that were once exclusive, good news for Xbox gamers, at least in my opinion. I don't see this going on for much longer, maybe another year, 2 at the most. Microsoft is just going to see those numbers and say, yeah, these guys aren't buying our games. they don't give a shit. We tried, but they don't get it. Like, people want these games on Steam, you know. I kind of feel like games like Gears of War would, you know, possibly be sitting at, you know, again, maybe 500,000 to 1.5 million, something like that. Yeah, maybe 1.5 million at the most if it was on Steam, and they probably wouldn't have had to do that whole social thing with the crossplay and that. I just feel like it's really hard to explain. I mean, it's not really hard to explain, but it's hard to explain how I'm feeling about this. But I am of the belief that, you know, Windows Store with some of these games, as long as they're well optimized, some of them I will get eventually, but it's, you know, maybe better to get them than not get them at all. But if they take it away and stop putting these games on PC, I'm not going to be terribly disappointed, and I'm not going to be all that surprised either. So, and you guys shouldn't either. Nobody should be surprised. PC gamers shouldn't be upset about it, because nobody's bothering to go on that store and buy those games. A lot of people have had download issues and problems with their SSDs and hard drives, other storage stuff. So it's just, it's probably not going to work out in our favor in the end. And the only way things are going to change is if they make huge improvements to that store and advertise that store just more in general, and allow PC gamers to understand that this is also a really good option outside of stuff like Steam and Origin. But will it be enough? And even if they do, will it be too late? I don't know, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Just giving my take, my opinion on these things. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching. Take it easy. Thank you for the continued support. Peace.